Today we will be interviewing two literary characters who were witnesses to evil. Both their stories emerged from the dark romanticism movement. I'm here to ask them if they believe they are the protagonists or antagonists of their stories. I will try to examine their perception of evil and their opinion of human fallibility as it relates to their stories. Hello, Goodman Brown. I'm so pleased to be interviewing you.
Yes, I need to speak to you about my dastardly experience.
Of course, your experiences. Could you explain your story for those unfamiliar with what you witnessed?
Yes, but how could I not emphasize the ambiguity of my situation? For I do not know if it was an illusion or if I had just witnessed the truly unspeakable.
Well, I'm going to ask you to just speak on it because we need people to know what went on.
After farewell of my wife, Faith, and exiting Salem, I ran in with the devil in the forest.
The devil? Are you sure?
Yes, I'm positive. It was the devil, but he took the form of a traveler. Another woman from Salem appeared and exclaimed when she saw him. This woman turned out to be a witch. They were journeying to a meeting.
An inhabitant of Salem at a satanic meeting? Are you sure this wasn't a dream?
Yes. Well, no. It very well may have been a dream, for it had all the dream's qualities, but I sensed reality in it. The devil and the witch carried along with their way, and then a dark, sinister cloud covered the sky, and I heard voices from the people of Salem. I heard precious Faith. I followed, and the meeting, I couldn't believe it. Everything was on fire. In the cemetery in Faith, she was at the altar with a man in black. I couldn't believe it. My faith was taken by the people I thought I could trust.
Then did you wake up?
Yes, I did, but I knew the townspeople of Salem are evil after awakening. All these preachers and saints were secretly devil-worshipping sinners. I couldn't be around Salem anymore. Not after what I saw them do with my wife, Faith.
Faith? Don't you think that's a fitting name for your wife? As you lost your trust in your wife and the people of Salem, you also literally lost your faith. Huh. What a coincidence.
Yes, even when I saw it was her again, with pink ribbons in her hair, it was never the same.
I wonder, Goodman Brown, would you say that you are the protagonist or antagonist of your story?
I am very much a good man. But after what I saw, I believe we may all be evil, no matter what we claim to be.
So does this tie in with the idea of human fallibility and the idea that everyone is inherently evil?
Yes. It is in my opinion that we are all guilty sinners. We seek the devil, even the most seemingly innocent of us.
But if this event was simply a dream, then would it make you the antagonist, or at least an example of human fallibility for convincing yourself of a fantasy and changing your identity?
I sincerely doubt the events, for I know wholeheartedly the sinful value of Salem now. But in that case, yes, it would be my fault. Maybe Salem is a righteous place. But no, everyone is aware how they claim to be holy but kill the innocent after accusing them of witchcraft, no matter what. They're the true witches. Everyone is a sinner and a faker. Every single one.
Goodman Brown, please calm down.
No, you too. You are a sinful creature just like the rest of them. You're here to capture me or capture Faith.
Goodman Brown, I'm certainly not.
Goodman Brown, what are you doing?
Faith? Not my faith. You shall not blacken our souls or lie to us once again.
Can we please resume?
The devil is not here.
He's all around us, Faith.
Calm down. Calm down! Calm down! Welcome back to the show. Today we have a special guest. Montresor, it is my pleasure to be interviewing you today.
I would say the pleasure is mine, but I do not deliver false compliments to those unworthy.
You are a very interesting man, Montresor, but some of our viewers may be unfamiliar with the events concerning your...
You want me to speak on Fortunato's slaughter? Well, it was very long ago. Much longer now than 50 years ago. Fortunato had insulted my dynasty, and I had but one option: to seek revenge.
So you killed him.
Did I kill him, or did he lead himself into a trap which I had designed for him? You see, Fortunato was so drunk that he willingly descended into the catacombs with me. I gave him ample signs of his demise, and he blindly followed me into the depths. When I shackled him and sealed the room, he had only himself to blame for his predicament. If I were holding a rusted dagger and you walked into it, would I be to blame?
What a brutal end. Did you feel bad when Fortunato realized his fate and cried out to you?
My heart did ache, but as I've said before, that was because of the moisture in the ghastly catacombs. He got what he deserved.
And what did he do to deserve such a torturous end?
Anyone who steps on the toes of my legacy will deserve the punishment we lay upon them.
Now, I'm curious, Montresor. Would you believe yourself to be the antagonist or protagonist of your story?
It's believed by the masses that I'm a cruel villain, but from my perspective, I am a savior. I saved everyone from Fortunato's irksome and torturous behavior. Anyone in my position would believe me when I claim to be the protagonist, even if I did the dark myself.
Do you believe people root for you when they hear your story?
They will, because if they do not, they too insult the legacy of the Montresors.
That's interesting because reports from viewers before the show point to them believing that you're the antagonist and Fortunato was the victim.
Idiots, all of them. They have no idea what it's like to have an insulting pest like Fortunato trail them endlessly. Fortunato was a fool who made too many mistakes to be forgiven.
Mistakes? That ties in with my last topic. How does your story relate to human fallibility? I believe that maybe Fortunato slightly crossed the line and you were too sensitive and didn't reason well.
He did not make a few mistakes. Our history is troubled and soiled because of his apathetic idiocracy. He was at fault, and for how well my plan turned out, you can tell I don't make mistakes.
This situation is a lot more than making a few mistakes. Maybe you're at fault for how seriously you took his harmless actions. I think you're the example of human fallibility because you murdered someone for whatever harmless... No. I'm allergic! Ah! Ah! Hello, viewers. I survived. Right now I'm in the catacombs with Fortunato, and I found a potato. So I'm recording my final words. And for those, I wanted to compare and contrast Goodman Brown and Montresor. Goodman Brown is an everyday man who witnessed an atrocity and changed his behavior based on this. If what he saw was a dream, he could show human fallibility for believing in fantasy. However, if what he saw was real, he was just in his actions, and the residents of Salem showed how humans aren't perfect or even good. Montresor is a sensitive and uncaring villain. However, he tried to defend himself. He still killed Fortunato and I for breaching upon insult. Fortunato shows human fallibility by accidentally insulting Montresor, and Montresor shows human fallibility by taking it too far. In both these cases, the concepts of evil appear simple at first, but are more complicated after I investigated each scenario. The person at fault is complicated and has mysterious origins. Everyone is the protagonist of their own perspective, and I believe that